Twice a Week podcast, episode 24.
Nice. 24 hours in the day. One podcast for each hour. Pull them up.
Hey, that's smart. That's Hotathon.
I always try to think of something with the numbers. There's always something.
There's always something.
Numbers are funny.
All right. Due to the fact that you know our guest much better, why don't you introduce him?
Yeah, so we have our second guest ever, Mr. David Waters here.
How's everybody doing?
He is a lifeguard with me. He started lifeguarding last year, correct?
Yes,
Yeah, started lifeguarding last year. And then I know you served in the military. You were a S.E.A.R instructor. I know you taught NASA astronauts how to do some stuff. You were in a Hollywood movie. All kinds of stuff to unpack. You have a master's degree right now. You're working on a master's?
I'm working on it, yeah.
All kinds of stuff. So very good guest for the pod.
Yeah, sounds amazing, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, of course, dude. It's great to meet you.
too.
I've heard a lot about you.
I hope it's all good.
He's the shit.
Of course, yeah, dude. It's same thing every time. He's the shit. We're going to unpack all of that stuff, but I want to start with, because everyone at home or in their car is wondering, natural or not.
Natural. Yes, sir. Hard work.
Beautiful.
Wait, you work out?
Every now and again. I try to keep up with these guys at the beach.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Okay, all right, got that cleared.
The
So
old
let's start from the beginning. Where are you from originally?
I grew up near Cleveland, Ohio, up about an hour southeast of Cleveland, a small town called Cortland.
Portland.
And
I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, that's close.
Cortland.
Are you near, where's LeBron from? Akron.
Yes, I am, about
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Heck yeah.
You
Yeah.
like LeBron?
You know, LeBron, I don't know, I'm a Michael Jordan fan.
There you go.
Okay.
Old school.
Tough to like.
LeBron's a
old
good
Jamesy.
player, but it's hard to beat Michael Jordan. So.
Yeah. Did you ever, I'm sure, have you been back home, like, since LeBron? I'm sure you have. Is Akron, like, when you go there, are there, like, statues of LeBron and stuff? Or is it, like, what's the
You know, not really. You
Yeah,
know.
That's cool.
Yeah, there wasn't. He didn't have quite the impression I thought he would when I went back.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
But
I watched the speaking of
That
basketball.
must be because he left and then came back
Yeah,
to
I-
win the title instead of pushing through the whole, you know.
He went to
I
Miami.
bet that's what it was.
yeah, I think that kind of like turned the tables a little bit.
Right.
You know.
People were pissed.
Oh
off
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Hey, he said he'd do it and he did it.
Yeah.
So that, like, there's some weight to that, but
Mhm.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, I see why he's not.
And my grandmother, she loved the guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Cavaliers. You know, LeBron James. We're going all the way. You know. We're like,
Took
all
'em.
right,
They
dial
did
it back. Dial it back. You know.
Heck yeah.
But
And y'all got the Cleveland Indians up there.
yeah.
Not anymore.
Is that,
Wait, what are they
was
now?
that
Remember?
changed?
Yeah, we talked about that.
What are they
Yeah.
now?
The Cleveland,
The Cleveland Indians changed their name too?
yeah.
It's the MLB. The MLB, they don't fuck
Really?
around with that
I've been-
PC shit.
I've
Dude,
been
they're
following
like-
that closely.
I thought everything with Indians got changed.
I know the
Guardians. That's what they are.
Really?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Did
yeah.
we? I thought we talked about the
Yeah.
Washington
Yeah.
Redskins, and now they're the Washington football team.
Yeah. Them too.
Huh? That's crazy.
Wow.
It's weird they didn't go to the baseball team.
See, I mean, yeah, that's weird. I just think it's counterintuitive to do stuff like that. It's like not actually helping the problem. It's actually making it kind of worse. But okay.
But it's America's pastime.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
double whammy.
I already went. I already went on this rant. I'm not gonna go on it again.
Yeah, right.
It's like episode 4 or something.
All right, Mr. Waters. So you were in the military.
I was.
Was that your first, like, big boy employment
It was.
coming out of high
Well,
school? Did you do a degree first? Did you go straight in?
I
when
went
you were
straight
18?
in.
Okay.
Yeah, I went.
18 years old.
I turned 19 while I was in basic training.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was one of the first flights out of Cleveland after 9/11,
Oh
and
my
then I
God.
started
Oh,
basic
shit.
training on September 18th, 01, and then I turned 19 while I was after I just gotten out of basic training,
Yeah.
and yeah, I had a lot of jobs before that, but that was
Right.
You know,
Right.
I really was I just want to get out of Northeast Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was ready to go. I was like, you know, the weather's terrible, snowing all the time. I was like, you know
Right.
what? I'm ready to start something different.
Would you say that's a pretty big driving factor for a lot of people, young kids going into the military, just kind of tired of their hometown, never
I
traveled
think
much?
so.
Or,
Yeah, and it's a good like it's a good path to start on, because you can go anywhere with it, and money for college, job, place to live, fun opportunities, people to meet,
Right.
So
Structure.
all that stuff. Yeah.
And now, you went to basic at Lackland?
Lackland, yeah.
And so I had a buddy that went through basic training at Lackland, but he wanted to do like the special forces stuff.
Okay.
And so I know there's like a division when you're going, they like divide you up into like small divisions in basic, right? Or something like that. And then there's one that's specifically for the special operation stuff.
Well, when I went through, they interviewed guys. So for the job that I did, it wasn't like advertised through recruiting or anything.
Yeah. I
So once you were in I think it was like week 3, they started advertising for like the special forces, S.E.A.R, and all these other jobs.
And so you saw that and you're like, I want to do this.
Yeah, I want to do that because I went in open general. I was like, I don't care. I just want to go. So
Yeah.
they could have made me do anything really. And I was like, oh, whatever, I'm out. And I was like, all right, that looks cool. So I honestly had no idea they were going to recruit for it once I got in.
Yeah.
No idea. I didn't even know the job existed.
Yeah.
It was like
That's funny.
completely fell out of the sky.
Heck yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Oh, boom. Boom.
Boom.
That's cool, man. And so now, I know you fish a lot. You spearfish, deep sea fish, and all that.
Yeah.
Would you say that going through S.E.A.R and learning all the survivalist stuff made you more into fishing and stuff, in all the outdoorsy stuff, or were you kind of already like, I like fishing a lot?
I was a very outdoorsy guy before I went in.
Okay. So
I think what being a S.E.A.R search and rescue guy made me feel more comfortable in like going farther offshore and doing more extreme things.
yeah. Well, because we were talking earlier, what's the furthest you've spearfished at?
I've been 135, 140 feet down before.
What the fuck is going on? Mason just fell out of his chair, for those of you wondering. You okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Oh my goodness. What happened? That is I have fallen out of that chair in the same way.
It looks pretty
in your
narrow at the
defense.
bottom.
It is narrow. It's hard to see.
I was just trying to get another battery.
Oh my goodness.
I got the bag right here.
Nice.
Don't report that to workman's comp now. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a volunteer, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, volunteer. You don't follow it.
OSHA's gonna come busting in here, throwing hard hats at us.
Oh man.
Plus, you get shittier medical care through workman's comp, so you should be thanking us.
Thank you, guys.
Exactly. God. So you dive 130 foot and you shoot fish with a spear gun.
Yeah.
See, I've dove maybe 40 feet one time and thought I was gonna die. Like, you get to the surface and then you like start breathing in before you even come out.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
Well, a few years ago when I was younger, I wasn't quite as aware of my situational surroundings and stuff. So
Yeah.
a couple times we went out before, just 2 of us, and we were diving 80, 90 feet a drop. The boat was by itself on the surface. Yeah. One time we get back in the boat and the anchor line breaks and we're drifting. I'm like, man, that could have happened when we were at the bottom. It's just like
Yeah.
all these random things you kind of remember back in time. You're like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
Mhm.
Right.
But
What
Yeah.
would you say your breath hold time is with
I
no
think-
major physical exertion?
I think 30 feet or so. I
Yeah.
could probably sit down there for 20, 30 seconds.
Okay.
So you do take steroids?
No, I just do rock runs at the beach.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I don't have a great underwater breath hold, but it's more scuba. I'm all about scuba diving.
Mhm.
so,
Okay.
yeah, I like 60, 70 feet. That's kind of I feel most comfortable there.
Yeah.
But Key West was cool because you're like diving 40 feet and you see a shark, you just go up. You don't have to decompress.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You shoot a big fish, you're like, I'm out. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I was telling him about you and Eric using the third lung over in Port St. Joe. He's never been scalloping before.
oh man,
He wants to go.
is that like they call it a hookah or something? It's like a
Yeah, so
raft
it's
and a
just compressed
compressor.
air. So yeah, it's the same thing where you can't get the bends from it because it's that type of air, I guess.
Gotcha.
There's no nitrogen or whatever.
Yeah, and it's got hose down. They go 50 feet out,
Okay.
2 hoses, and
How deep?
we ended up not using it for scalloping. I still haven't fucking gotten to use it, but we had it.
Oh.
Because the scallops were all in like, generally you're in a foot to 3 or 4 feet of water.
Oh,
and
I
it's
didn't
just
know
like,
that.
yeah, it's just like
Oh.
a scavenger hunt. So you just have a snorkel and you're pretty much at the top and you
Oh.
dive down to get them.
Oh.
But sometimes they will gather in like 8 to 10 feet of water, and that's when it's really fun because you get to
Oh.
actually like, you know,
That's cool.
That's
test
kinda-
your breath hold and
Yeah.
fuck, dude, it's so fun. The shitty thing is like cleaning them afterwards
Yeah.
for like that just tiny ass piece of meat.
Hmm.
But what I noticed was
We've done
one
a
of my
lot
best
less for
friends-
pieces of meat, you know what I mean? Or a lot more, I should say.
Yeah.
one of my best friends, Zach Taylor, is a tournament fisherman, like
Okay.
blue marlins. He's absolutely phenomenal. He was down there when we were, and I saw an Instagram story of his, and he had a fucking shop vac. So his wife was like breaking the joint, opening the scallops, and he would just
Oh.
yeah, because they're like the
That's
muscle is
genius.
held on the shell enough to where that pressure doesn't break it, but the
Mhm.
guts aren't held as tightly.
So it just.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So yeah, no, it
Oh,
won't be as
man,
bad
I'd love
ever
to go
again.
scallop. I've never done it in my life.
Oh, it's so
yeah.
fun, man.
Nice.
It's only, you know, a couple
Couple
hours away
hours.
from here. Yeah.
Mhm.
The season's kind of short,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're after last time because we just went for one day and then had to come back.
Mm-hmm.
But if we could get like 10 people and
Oh,
get a big
dude.
house, do it for a whole week, we could get like 20.
I'm totally in.
We could get like
I'm
20
totally in.
buckets.
I've never been to.
I got a
Port
little
St.
boat.
Joe.
I can drag some people around. I can run in
Dude.
shallows.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we could have like 5 boats out there.
We should do that.
Yes.
Can you scallop in the winter? I know that's probably a
No,
stupid
yeah, it's
question.
out of season.
You know, it's kind of like lobstering down in Key West. Most of the lobsters were in like 8 to 12 foot of water.
Yeah.
That's what he uses his. That's why he got his third line.
Okay.
Is he goes down
That's what a
every
lot of
year
people
for
were
that.
using. Was
Yeah.
you'd see them swimming, you know, long distance underwater and doing that. But lobster pots were everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and federally you can't clean them out. You know, so we were like trying to work around them.
Right.
But
Yeah, I want to do that shit too.
oh, it's fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun. But you just got to find the right area, just like anything.
Right.
Mhm.
You know. So
Right. You do like deep sea fishing a lot?
I do, yeah. I do a lot of it, a lot out here. Yeah, I fish a lot on snapper season. I've got some friends I fish with, grouper season, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
don't
How
wait.
long have you been here, like in Pensacola?
I moved here initially in 2004. I lived here for like 4.5 years straight. I've been back and forth ever since, and then I've been back now since 2016. So
Okay.
I've owned property here. Been a resident here since '04. I was here for Hurricane Ivan,
Okay, yeah.
so a
Yeah,
while.
my parents bought. I moved here when I was 8. I think in like 2006.
Okay,
We bought 2 weeks before Ivan hit.
and we have a lot in common.
But I know we do. Huh?
I bought
It's
my
weird.
first house in June of 2004, and then Ivan blew the roof off in September. I mean,
Right.
I was like-
Yeah. So yeah, I forgot to clarify. We owned it for 2 years before we actually moved here. 'Cause
Okay.
We had other houses in Oregon. But yeah, then Dennis, because we were on East Bay.
Okay.
So Dennis actually ended up fucking us up way harder.
Dude, Dennis
Blew
was
all
bad.
of our back
about to
windows
say, I
into
remember-
the house.
People or they just play it down because it was after Ivan, but it's
Dude, it was based off of if you were like on the Sound or Gulf facing south, or if you were on East Bay. Like just-
Really?
yeah.
because of the wind direction, I guess.
Mhm.
Huh.
You know, like I was on the Navy, like around the Navy base, and it didn't seem so bad over there, but over here got hammered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucked.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I would come down here every like summer and spring break for 2 years, just
Yeah.
fixing up the house. And we finally moved.
Uh,
Got slapped by 2 hurricanes. I can't wait to live here.
the hands of God upon us.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of people think that everyone who lives on the Gulf Coast is fucking psychopaths.
Well, no,
like
but-
you literally know that probably every year, if not, like for sure every 5 years, you're gonna just
Yeah.
lose.
I was about to say that exact thing.
Yeah, well, I've been working on my
It
master's.
is crazy. I mean, it is.
My last class was mass casualty events, and what came to mind was hurricanes.
Yeah.
We're like 8 of 9 of the worst places to live for hurricane. I mean, New Orleans, obviously, probably number 3.
The bowl.
Yeah.
But we are definitely in the top 10.
Oh, for sure.
What is your master's? Gonna be in?
Occupational safety and health management.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's through Emory-Riddle, so some of it's geared towards, more corporate director level safety programs.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's geared towards director of safety wherever you decide to work.
That's cool.
And when you walk out, certified safety professional is like a pretty high level certification.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll walk out of the degree with an apprentice certification,
Yeah.
which is the step to get your certified safety professional. A lot of acronyms. I can't keep track of them all.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've already got the experience to do it and all, so I'm like, if I need to use it, I'll have it someday.
Yeah. That's sick, dude.
So that's more of what you're doing it for, is kind of a backup situation.
Yeah, I did. I've got a safety credential in the Air Force as well, so I'm trying to build on that.
Yeah.
And when I got out of the Air Force, I worked safety in a program management kind of role. So we were doing project management on NAS, and I was their safety manager. So it's a fairly low key, but it's becoming a more lucrative career field.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's pretty independent work, so I enjoy it. Just
Heck yeah.
and we're public safety now too, so it just kind of goes along with all this other stuff.
Yeah, you're
Right.
still building your resume when you're out on the beach.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I like being on the beach, It's going to be a hard cry to get me away from the beach, so.
It's so fun, dude. It's just so
It
fun.
takes many years.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So now, tell me about. So I'm sure most people know what S.E.A.R instructors are. I feel like survival, evasion, resistance, escape. What's like just some of your fun like what's like some of your best memories from doing that, or like some of the cool stuff you've done that you think is like the coolest stuff you've done?
I'll interject and say that people know of it, but most people don't know people who have gone through it or done it.
True.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
whatever
true.
whatever you can share. Like
Yeah.
what
Whatever
it
you're
is.
comfortable with. It's very. I mean, I love hearing about it. I know one other guy who's been in it, and it's like I ask him all the time.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
I mean, it's an interesting career field. It actually reminds me a lot of being on the beach with our team, our PLB lifeguards, because like we're all kind of in this together. We do fun, extreme things. We work out. We push each other, and so I guess the first thing was the camaraderie of everybody in the group, because we were a small niche career field, like 300 people in the Air Force, and also we were extremely highly specialized. So we got to enjoy a lot of the schools, training, and we did a lot of extreme stuff, so we got to enjoy a lot of gear and go to a lot of really cool places.
Yeah.
So the travel part was really cool. The fact that I'm an outdoorsman and I got to live in multiple states, like California, I've been to Yosemite, Sequoia. I did a lot of training in northern Washington State, did a lot of stuff in the southeast, so a lot of that kind of stuff. So traveling, the camaraderie, and then just the mission of the job.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of like search and rescue operations, and I was also a jumper, so jumping was probably the coolest part of the job that I did.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So I was a jumper for 11 years.
Yeah,
so.
you can teach parachute stuff, right? You're an instructor with it.
We instructed the bailout parachutes in the Air Force. Like, so if someone were to eject, those are the parachutes that we specialized in. So we would train the pilots and the air crew how to like jump out of a C-130 or eject out of an F-18, or Air Force style F-16. So we did a lot of training in that regard. I started getting into a lot of the photography of filming guys in flight and starting to work on the training of guys that are actually learning how to parachute also.
So you were working on like holding a camera and filming these guys doing their.
Yeah, I filmed.
That's cool.
I filmed quite a bit and did a lot of stills in flight, and we would turn that into training for the young guys, because they could see like, okay, my body position was off sideways, or the pull sequence was off, and they'd start drifting one way or the other. So it was really good for the new guys to kind of see like what they were doing, and
Well, shit, you want to come help film back here?
I mean,
it's probably a lot easier.
probably. We were taking stills with our mouth, like biting down on the little, the cue or whatever, and then
That's awesome.
we
Yeah,
had.
same. I just bite and I'm like, go talk, guys.
Yeah. Well, the GoPros have that now, don't they? Where you can bite down.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
But we had like we had a handy cam on the side, and then we had a still on top, or just depending on what kind of, or we wear a GoPro on the chest or something.
Yeah,
Right.
But
that's cool.
yeah.
Is that something you still try to do now? Like you try to jump out of a plane every couple weeks to just keep
No.
it going?
No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun while I was in. It kind of ran its course.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Did it for about 11 years, and then I got into the testing side of things. I did that for 2008 to 14, so
Yeah.
about six years or so.
Testing as in like physical testing or mental aptitude testing?
A little bit of physical testing of new parachuting equipment.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So like,
Guinea pigging.
well, it kind of can
that what you're
sound that
fucking
way.
saying?
For guys like me, when I was 25, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
Maybe it worked.
Let's just do a backflip out of the C-130.
Yeah.
But realistically, it was more about like testing commercial off-the-shelf products and seeing if it'll fit a military application. So will that 220 square foot canopy carry this 150 pounds of equipment?
Without ruining it when it hits the
Yeah,
ground.
and will that pack fit on a Blackhawk? Can I sit in the chair with that pack on?
Yeah.
Or, will the harness support a 60-pound rucksack, a weapon, and some other things while I'm in flight? So
Right.
the biggest test I was on is we were trying to find smaller parachutes that would handle the same type of load, because the lighter the parachutes were meant the more equipment the guys could carry. But could the guys fly the smaller parachutes? So, stuff like
Right.
that. It wasn't like, oh, here's a new parachute they just like spit out of the shop.
Right.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
So typically, if it was a new parachute, it would require a lot of test dummies
Yeah.
thrown, a lot of R&D beforehand, and then we would jump it. And when we did jump it, we'd have 2 or 3 backups.
Yeah.
So
So now, what did you do? Was what you did with NASA? Did that have something to do with free fall?
no, that
Or
was
was that
more or less
survival?
just teaching them how to like float in the water with their spacesuits on.
Oh.
So like,
So did you get to wear a spacesuit?
no. Well, no, I didn't personally. But so basically, what we did is we would go out. We went out off of Cape Canaveral on Coast Guard boats, about 50 miles out.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, the astronauts would jump in the water with their spacesuits on, because back when they would re-enter into the Atlantic, and we would basically provide rescue swimmer support. So I would
Yeah.
just hang out in the Atlantic with them until the PJs picked them up
Oh, that's
and make sure they
cool.
didn't drown.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually wear a spacesuit, but I got to meet a lot of them, and
Right.
it was cool.
How are they? Like the astronauts? Like, are they pretty normal people?
Yeah, they're super cool.
That's cool.
A lot of them were Navy pilots or Air
Yeah.
Force pilots, so that's their background,
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
So
We
Is
actually
that-
have a guy that went to my old church that was he was an ex-astronaut for NASA.
Really?
He went up to space definitely once, I think twice. But yeah, he was super down to earth, cool guy. I think for the
yeah.
Down to earth astronaut.
Boom.
That's cool. What church did you used to go to?
Perdido Bay United Methodist. So
Okay.
yeah,
Old
but,
John Wesley.
Yep.
Nice.
Not a tongue speaking church.
Some of the Methodists are. John Wesley was a tongue speaker.
I was dating this girl one time. She took me to a Pentecostal church.
Oh, well.
See, this is what he's been telling me about that we need to
I
go
grew
to.
up-
Aren't those the ones that clap off beat?
I mean, her whole family was
fuck
running
off.
the place. It made me.
What, because white people go there?
Yeah. God, this,
pretty
This was an all-white Pentecostal church.
Wait, was it Pace Assembly?
No, it was somewhere like Cantonment.
Huh.
I don't even remember the name. This was a while ago.
No, so I grew up in a Pentecostal church.
Okay.
From like age probably 6 to like
what I didn't realize
17.
was her grandpa, grandma, in-laws all ran the place.
Oh.
The whole place was family. I didn't know that at first. I didn't know what I was walking into. I was like, she's hot. I'm going to go with her to Pentecostal church.
What was her name?
Summer.
I don't know.
So did you guys like bang on the first date or like? And then
That's
she's
more
like,
kind
"Let's
of
go
during
to
the week.
church."
Let's just talk and hang out, and things would happen. And then I was like, I thought getting close to her, I'm like, I'll go to church with you and your family. That's a good choice. That was not a good choice.
Did anyone come up and lay hands on your forehead?
I was waiting for the snakes to come out of the podium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
What's the
yeah.
craziest shit you saw there, or did you happen to go on a kind of a mellow day?
No, yeah, it was pretty mellow when I was there. I think the craziest thing was that they were all related. I didn't know.
Right.
To me, that was crazy. I was like, oh, wow, that's your grandpa, that's your grandma, that's your in-laws.
Y'all have any snakes?
That
please?
person sees it. I don't really care.
It was like a chapel you'd see up in Milton somewhere, or like out in like back in Blackwater. It's like one of those types of chapels.
Was it called Cobbtown? by any
I don't
chance?
remember. I have no idea.
Of course, you know all Pentecostal churches in the Southeast.
Bro, I will take you.
Fucking of course.
I will take you to some of the most subculture churches you've ever.
I
want to
go to
We
some of
should do
those
it.
How
white.
can
would
we
be awesome.
film in one of the? Imagine
bring a
if-
camera. What are they gonna
imagine
do,
if we
throw
g-
you out?
Imagine if we got footage of just a full.
You would. You
There
would.
is footage.
And then
and
a
the snakes
wheelchair.
coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did y'all
dude.
have
Yeah.
any snakes at your church? Did y'all?
No, so they did when the church started back in the day, but when I was going there, they didn't do anything.
Dude, I want to go
Like
to the
that,
Whitechapel out in the middle of the woods.
Cobbtown Holiness in Jay, Florida.
I want to go. Let's go. Let's do this.
I'm telling you right
Let's
now.
film it. Let's get some undercover cameras and go.
Yeah,
Do
dude.
it, dude.
See, now this is the undercover operation that we can do.
I
Now
want-
that the
I
Grand
wanna do
Hotel is shut down.
Yeah, see, we're professionals at covert operations.
Oh.
Because we come up with the ideas in front of a camera through a microphone,
And then tell
and
everyone
then
what we're
post
gonna
it
fucking do.
online.
They'll never see it coming.
You'll never see us in that place.
I bet that was not a part of your
If we
training.
ever
at
embark
all.
on one of these covert operations, we're gonna need some fucking S.E.A.R guys.
There's gonna be the police waiting for us when we get there.
Who are these guys?
Yeah,
we have
y'all-
open doors
y'all
except
stop.
for them.
Yeah.
We just got Dave like parachuting in. It's okay, he's with us.
Yeah. Dave parachutes into a church and like doesn't even land. He just kicks the doors open while he's still parachuting.
Flies right into this place.
Y'all got snakes in here or not?
Oh man, I don't do snakes. I was down in the Everglades.
Oh God.
Oh dude, these things. I have pictures of these like boa constrictors and these pythons.
Hell no.
Fuck that.
So you don't fuck with snakes at all.
I hate snakes.
Like
Well-
if you went to like a girl's house and she had a snake, she's like, "Oh, you want to hold it?" Would you pull through?
I
and,
mean, more
let
like,
it-
you want to hold my snake? You know, Like, I'm not really into your snake. You got a snake, I'm out.
I'm a Christian. Eye for eye. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Snake for a snake.
Nah, honestly, you know, I'm not.
Jesus.
Honestly, I'm just not a big snake person. You know, it's not my thing.
Do spiders wig you out too?
Yeah, I don't care for spiders. I mean, I try to like put up this image of a tough, serious survivalist guy, but I hate spiders. I was in the jungle in Honduras one time.
I was about to say, I was gonna bring that up. I was like, I know you were
Yeah.
like down there doing some
Okay,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
give
were
me
you
some-
freaked out?
give me something
Were there
here.
like some crazy
So
animals?
we fly into Honduras in Blackhawks. We land on their soccer field, you know, and the whole village is like, "Oh, Americans!" You know, bravo. So we
Yeah.
fly into the training area there, and we were there to like train with the Honduran Special Forces. So our mission was
Like 5 of them.
yeah, we were doing our upgrade training, so we had an agreement with them. We're like, all right, we'll put a roof on one of your buildings, and you know, we'll get to stay there and train there and whatever. So we did like jungle training.
Yeah.
So what it entailed was my buddies and I would go out in the woods every night and put up hammocks on the river, and you know, sleep out there. And there might have been some cigars, maybe some rum that we had acquired over time,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
some bartering going on with guys we met up in the woods. No
Yeah.
telling who they were.
Yeah.
And
Cartel members.
there's a good chance. There's no telling. But they were teaching us how to catch these prawns out of the river, these giant freshwater shrimps.
Oh.
For an MRE, they give us cigarettes and teach us how to catch shrimp, you know. And
Yeah.
for us, that was a deal. But no, we'd sit in these hammocks, and the hammocks had screens on them. And one morning I woke up, and there was this tarantula like sitting there staring at me
Okay.
on
All
the
right.
screen of the hammock. And then I'm like, then I see these things like hitting the screen. Like, what is going on? Then there's this damn monkey in the trees like throwing sticks at me. Like, now the monkeys there are like the size of squirrels. Like, this motherfucker's like throwing sticks at me. I got a spider getting ready to eat my I
Mini
can see-
monkeys?
Oh yeah, they were like little guys. You know,
How many did you kill and eat?
I didn't kill it. I couldn't catch them. They're too fast.
God, little fuckers.
Yeah, they're little fuckers. That's for sure.
Wait, so was the tarantula on the inside or the outside?
Oh, outside.
Okay.
But I could still see his like
Still,
little
though.
little eater things and his eyeballs and all this and
Oh.
fur.
What did you do? Just
Oh yeah, I just
puffed them off of there?
yeah. I was like, bro, get out of here.
So yeah, did you develop a nicotine habit in the military?
Yes and no.
That's a yes.
That's a valid question.
It is. No, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
You know, I think while I was in,
Oh,
you
you're
know,
laughing at his meh.
Yeah. You know, while I was in, we did a lot of Copenhagen, like just straight Copenhagen. That was kind of
Beautiful.
the thing.
Give it up
And
for Cope.
For the guys of us that did it, it was like, an appetite suppressant. Gave us more motivation to do things that were like, yeah, this is cool on the outside, but it's not fun during the process because it's, long durations of freezing your ass off and no sleep and all this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
All right.
But, it served its purpose.
Yeah. Got you. You're here now. Got you.
Nicotine does some great things. It makes you full when you're hungry, makes you feel awake when you're tired, and makes you fall asleep when you want to fall asleep. It's always there for you.
Yeah, there you go.
Kind of like Jim Leahy in Trailer Park Boys. Listen to the liquor. Let it do the talking.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I love it.
You know about old Leahy, do you?
I know all about the Leahy.
Hey, you got a couple hours to spare. Let's talk about old Leahy. What was that alarm for?
Just to take my supplements.
I was like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
That's a, like,
If we're going to talk about Leahy, I need to have some more.
Yeah, get you some
there
there.
you go. I'll be back in a sec.
We're going to go over your hour.
Oh, God, dude.
We can go as long as we need to.
It's just getting good. We're just getting warmed up.
These little 7 ounces aren't gonna do it.
It's a shit apocalypse, Randy.
Yeah, I'm about to DoorDash some fucking Canadian whiskey.
Fuck, dude. So, yeah, you fuck with Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, I love Trailer Park. But that show, as stupid as it is, I laughed so hard.
It's
Every
amazing.
episode.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It just amazes me how stupid it is, but how funny it is. Like, Ricky shoots at a squirrel, and before you know it, they're all in a gunfight about dope. It's like, in like every episode, it's the same thing. But then all of a sudden, there's Snoop Dogg shows up. There's a train rolling to America from Canada hauling cigarettes. It's like,
Yeah, it's phenomenal. You know about like how they bought that trailer park. Like the three of them actually bought that trailer park in real life so that they could just do whatever the fuck they wanted. And that's why it's so funny because like there's obviously no CGI or anything. And they're just demolishing cars and like trailers and fucking they don't give a fuck. And they're so big now.
oh,
I mean, they do like live show arenas. They're like, they're finally like on TikTok and shit. They have those like Trailer Park Boys go to London.
oh, I've
and stuff.
seen
Have you
those
seen
little
those?
spin-offs. Yeah.
One of the movies is actually really funny.
Okay.
A couple of them don't like compare to the show at all, but they're doing great.
Have you seen the animated version?
I've seen a couple episodes, yeah, but I haven't.
To
gone
me,
through
they're
it.
actually more. They're actually like more hilarious because they've thought this stuff. It's the same crap, but it's to the next level.
right.
'Cause they're like staging it, rehearsing it. You know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I've
Is
like
it really
already
in
fucking
Canada?
done everything.
Yeah. Is it really in Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, even better.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think we'd have that much fun in the U.S.
I don't know.
unless you're in like Washington State or Oregon, where you can buy weed and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing though. With Canada, the weed is legal.
Oh, is it?
You know that boy Justin Trudeau is just sparking it up.
Oh,
Dude, of course.
yeah.
That dude, there's pictures of that guy in blackface.
Oh, I know.
That's so ridiculous.
That dude's kind of badass
But-
though. He used to be like a ski patrol person up in like Whistler,
Oh,
in
wow.
Canada. He used to do some crazy shit.
Man.
Isn't he kind of? He's a lefty, right? He's pretty
Yeah,
far
he is.
left.
He is pretty far.
See,
left,
how does
though.
that happen? How did I can like I'm kind of conservative on some stuff, way more conservative than he is. I've never been in blackface, yet he's like a liberal, but he's been in blackface. How does that
he got
happen?
shit for that. Like it happened like surfaced right before his reelection, and like
Of course,
yeah,
Mm.
of course,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
but yeah, he did get some shit for it. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
But,
He's still the prime minister.
yep.
Yeah. Well, when Snoop Dogg shows up, what were the other people that showed up from L.A.?
Wait, what?
Yeah, who
What
else?
happened?
It's Trailer Park Boys.
Oh,
Who else had?
We digressed.
I thought you were talking about Snoop Dogg showed up at Trudeau's house and was like,
He
"Hey."
probably did, actually, but, we're done. Who knows?
Get the fuck out here, boy.
Snoop Dogg shows up everywhere.
Dude, Snoop Dogg's a man, bro.
Yeah, he fucking is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on that. He's that Triller fight. That was insane.
He's on a new commercial.
Don't
now.
get me fucking started on Triller right now.
They suck. They're done.
Oh my fucking god. Deontay Wilder and fucking
Tyson Fury. Oh, did you watch that fight?
No, unfortunately, I did not.
Dude.
best fight I've ever fucking seen.
It was
ever.
It was the best boxing match.
They
I've ever
both
watched.
knocked each other down multiple times. Fully, like, could have knocked each other out.
I'm
And
gonna
then
watch that.
Fury just.
Tyson Fury he's not a human. He's like not a human being the way that he fights. He got knocked out at one like he was pretty much lights out, and he just like, you know, people get knocked out or they're out, they'll kind of take a knee or they'll go back.
Yeah.
He just hands down leaned into him while he was punching him. Yeah. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Dang.
Yeah.
Just a rest period on his opponent.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Getting
Yeah.
his butt kicked.
Taking a break. All right, I'm back.
Oh, man.
God, that was so good, dude.
That was a good one.
Only pay-per-view I've ever, like, it was worth it. It was worth
Yeah.
$80.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the fights I don't think are worth the $80. You know?
I mean, I've had two, like, MMA fights where I paid $60 and they ended in under a minute.
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's like, oh, okay.
Oh man.
Let's look into island fights because they do island fight. They have fights at the Hilton on the beach a lot.
Really?
It's called island fights. Yeah. And you were at the Blue Angel banquet?
Yeah.
So it's in there, and they set up a ring, and it's kind of expensive to get into, but we should try to get into it.
They might
I
need
think
some
we get-
announcers.
Yeah. Oh, he's punching him really hard.
Speaking of
guys.
covert operations,
Yeah.
yeah.
We look at tuxedos.
Yeah, seriously, let's shut the fuck up about this one, though.
Yeah. All right.
I'm trying to get in there.
Not getting tuxedos.
yeah, we won't be in tuxedos.
Yeah. They'll never expect
We
the
might look
tuxedos
like MMA
now.
fighters. You never know.
Jesus Christ.
We'll come in as medic. Oh, never mind. Walk in.
We'll just be all swagged out, and you walk in with boxing gloves on and boxing shorts and no shirt.
There
And
we
we'll just
go.
be like, oh yeah, no, he's fighting
he's
in a minute.
fighting, yeah.
Well, yeah, then if we have some swag on, or we have, like, some swag on, he has 2 cameras following us, and he's in a suit, our security.
Oh, we're set.
Easily,
Yeah.
something's happening with these guys, and they are allowed in.
Get some earpieces. The
Yeah.
The curly ones.
That's, like, just obviously not connected to anything.
Buy some like fake prosthetic cauliflower ears we can put on.
Gosh. Oh man. I didn't know they fought at the Hilton. That place seems a little too hoity-toity for fighting.
It's weird how kind of low key it is.
Yeah.
It's island fights because it's not a
Dude, those guys with cauliflower ear, they've been around.
The only thing my best
Fuck off.
the best thing I remember about the Hilton was in my early 20s when all the Cougars used to take me there for snacks.
The Hilton.
Yeah, they'd take me there for snacks, you know. They'd snack on me. I was like, all
Snack
right, I'll go to the Hilton with you. It'll be
on
good
me.
times.
But they
Some,
needed
some cougars.
they needed a drink of
Cougars.
water.
Well, they were more like probably in the Puma category.
Really? The Puma,
Puma.
dude. Okay, Big Waters and I.
Yeah, let's talk about let's hear y'all's scale. You
Dude,
came
You
up
guys
with.
just be dicking down Pumas?
Oh,
No,
bro.
this is kind of genius. what
This
they came
so
up with.
one day we were having a really good conversation about
Yes.
more elderly women and the categories in which they fall in. Therefore, we felt the obligation, to make a list and age each cat and what age group they'd fall in. So
Ooh.
put this in my notes. What type of cat is your girlfriend? Made this on a day up in the tower. 18 to 20, we got a bobcat. 20 to 25, we got a cheetah. 25 to 30, we got a leopard. 30 to 35, black panther. 35 to 40, we got the puma. 40 to 45, we got some mountain lions. Coming in, everyone's favorite, 45 to 50, a cougar. And then 50 to 55, we got the tiger. And then the king of them all, 55 to 60, we got a lion.
Lioness.
Yeah. So
Nice.
what category
those-
is your girlfriend?
Yep.
Those made sense. I got a cheetah on my hands.
I got a bobcat.
I'm in the Black Panther category,
Nice.
which it's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you do one for dudes too?
No.
What would we compare dudes to? Fish?
Oh, we might have to come up with
Yeah,
this.
what would we
We might
compare
have to
dudes?
figure this out.
Dogs.
Are there enough dog breeds though?
Yeah,
Or,
that's
like,
the only
or
problem.
would we breed dog breeds or dog like kingdom? Or,
I guess we could do dog
Species.
breeds.
oh.
I don't know. Dog
But that doesn't make sense because these are species.
Because, like, you know, if it.
We have to do snakes.
Ooh, snakes.
That's cool.
I don't know.
All right, 18 to 20.
Garden snake.
Yeah.
Garner
We got-
snake.
Mm.
20 to 25.
Pit viper.
I guess they have.
That's
potent-
the age group that wears the pit viper sunglasses for the most part.
There you go.
All
and
right,
they have potent
boom.
venom like
'Cause they all have chlamydia.
also potent semen.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
20
Venereal diseases, any?
Negative. How about you, Jake?
Fucking God.
Once, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. You know, whatever.
Yeah. I got the clap. You want to hear about it?
Sure.
Okay.
Just so I know if I ever run into it in the future.
Yeah.
Have you told this story yet? I don't think so. The way that you found out that you have the clap is why the clap is called the clap.
Did your
Oh,
girlfriend tell
I
you had
know.
it?
Do you realize that?
I knew that when I suspected I had the clap, and that's why I clapped.
And sure enough, the clap
Okay.
confirmed the clap.
So yeah, I recently heard this on a couple podcasts recently, like comedy ones. And I've known this shit since I was like 16. So they call it the clap to anyone who doesn't know, because way back in the day,
What is it's chlamydia, right?
it's chlamydia or gonorrhea. It's the same thing. No, it's
It's
yeah,
chlamydia.
yeah.
It's gonorrhea.
Is it
I
gonorrhea?
heard that
Gonorrhea.
it runs
Oh.
rampant in nursing homes, too.
it's gonorrhea. Yeah, clap. So, I mean, I think both use it's penicillin, so doesn't even really matter.
Well, didn't they have to
So-
smash, like, your dick in a book
Yeah,
or
so the
something?
way they would figure it out is either in between two pieces of wood or on a table and slap it, and if some discharge came out of your penis, then you knew you had a disease. So I was visiting my buddy. I was like 19. I was staying in Jacksonville for a month. I was working at Lazy Days. I saved up a bunch of money, so I was able to take like a month-long trip. I was about to go to bed on his couch, and I was like, I just peed, but like I gotta pee again. That's weird. And I didn't beat off. So like, you know how sometimes like you
Yeah.
beat it and you nut and then you like pee and you gotta like pee a couple times? Yeah.
Row.
So yeah. Every time that
process.
happens, I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, I'm just
process.
kidding.
Mason's over there like.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
So yeah, I get back up and I'm like, fuck, I gotta pee. Push, nothing comes out. And then I squeezed my dick and serious discharge.
Ooh.
Like, I'm colorblind, so I couldn't tell you exactly. It was cloudy, just on all over my friend's wall. And I wasn't even, it was just like loaded in my dick. Like, I wasn't even like pushing, you know? I just squeezed it and it was ready to go.
The big question, did you leave it on his wall, though, for, like...
No, I've thorough cleaning. I immediately
Some
told him
artwork.
about it. I like felt very bad.
I've been
And then I
proud.
like, I wake up in the morning and like, damn, this sucks. Kind of thought I was going to die. My mom's in the medical field.
Oh.
So I called her and she said, just go to a minute clinic or whatever and get it figured out.
Yeah.
Of course, I get to this clinic and it's just 3 morbidly obese black women, which are,
The funniest people.
the
on
best
planet.
people on the planet. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
It's gonna be okay, baby.
So they're loving and caring and they're hilarious and they have a good sense of humor and they think things are funny.
Yeah.
But also, they're gonna be, pretty intrusive. in
Oh,
your-
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, I was like, I have the clap. Like, I already know.
Mhm.
I don't even need to get tested. She's like, well, we got to test you, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, test me. It comes back positive.
It's the clap.
I don't even think you take me to a minute clinic. I don't even think I'd last that long. Do they have a 30-second clinic? I don't know.
Trying to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Anyway, they got me right fucking in there. They got me right in. And they were really sweet. And it was versus, like, it's penicillin or Z-Pack?
Z-Pak's like the new penicillin.
or maybe something else. Yeah, so
Is
it's like
Z-Pak antibiotics or is it antiviral?
it's it's a bacterial infection. But yeah, I think Z-Pak
It's like
is
the new penicillin.
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah,
that.
Z-Pak's
You can get it out of the pop machine at college, I think. Just like, Wilder on one of them movies.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Van
same,
Wilder.
use it for like sinus infections and shit too.
Oh.
Anyways, I was like, I'll take the penicillin shot. I was like, where does this have to go? And she's like, in your butt cheek. And large black lady. I'm like, oh, okay. So like, I gotta take my pants off. She's like, yeah, like pull your pants down and like lean over on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like to my ankles. And she's like, no, you don't have to do it to your ankles. And then she's like, okay, bend over. And I like touch my toes.
You're fixing to get spanked.
And she's like, Jesus Christ. But it was all funny. It was like trying to make light of a dark situation.
Yeah.
So we ended up just like dying laughing for like 20 minutes. And
Was
then-
your ass shaved at this point?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So she's like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
I might have to risk it.
I've never seen such a perennial rave.
He may have the clap, but I can still milk that shit.
But yeah, anyways, it was a good experience. I got the shot, and I was like good in like 3 days.
Nice.
So that's my story, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Luckily, no venereals for me.
Well, I got a story. No, I'm just kidding.
I thought my dick was gonna fall off at one point, but it ended up being a yeast infection, and I had to take diflucan, which is for yeast infections, which is almost primarily prescribed to women.
Yeah.
So when I went to pick up the prescription, the guy was like, "Is this for you or is this for someone you know?" I was like, "No, this is mine. I didn't know what diflucan was at this point." It's like, okay.
He's like, what? You're not fucking circumcised?
Yeah.
I
was like,
You're like, no, I'm fucking circumcised.
He was thoroughly like questioning me, like, is this? He's like, I'm gonna. He like called the doc. He like called the dude, and he's like, hey, like, are you sure it's for him? He's like, yes. Yeah, it was just one little pink pill. Man, got a little yeasty.
Can you get a yeast in your butthole?
You can.
I think you can get yeast infections anywhere.
I didn't get them anywhere. You can get them on like your foot if you got like fungus. Fungus among us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Too much yeast is a bad thing any way you look at it.
Yeah.
Ruins your beer, ruins your other things.
Ruins your beer.
Words to live by.
Ruins your
Ruins your
moonshine.
goose.
Hey, man, little yeast? Fine.
A little bit of yeast.
Don't
is
get
fine.
too much.
Yeah. Yep, so there I was in Qatar. Qatar?
Like Qatar. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
Middle
it.
East.
Yeah, Middle East, Qatar. And we had like these giant community showers and all these things, you know.
Yeah.
And man, I broke out with this like terrible fucking rash in my groin area.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck is happening? Mind you, we had to give all our laundry, you know, to the locals to wash them for us.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get all my clothes back, and I got this giant rash. So I go to the doctor, and I'm like, hey, doc. Sorry. Why do I have this giant fucking rash? He's like, oh, you got herpes. I'm like, bro.
Oh.
No.
He's like, have you been fucking people over here? I was like, no, I haven't.
You nasty fucker.
Apparently, they go in the bunkers and fuck. You know, like whenever, you know, that's how they get around it. They just go. And apparently, if one or two girls gets it, then there's a bunch of guys that get it, and they figure out who this ring is. So I was like,
Right.
I ain't fucking anybody on the base.
Yeah.
So, like, this guy's the culprit.
Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, you must have herpes.
We got to the bottom
He's
of
like,
this
you
one.
got to go over there to public health and identify yourself and this and that and the other. Meanwhile, they sent my blood test all the way back to San Antonio. And these assholes ride this thing out for months. And I go to Afghanistan.
So you don't know what's wrong with you. So.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, shit. I must have got herpes from, like, taking a shit on the toilet or something. I don't know.
That's the worst, dude.
And so I go back to the clinic at the end of my deployment. And he's like, oh, no, you don't have herpes. Here's some antibacterial cream. You're fine.
Staph infection?
Nothing. Just a bacterial, like a fungus among us on
Just
your
a
toes.
little-
Just like
yeah.
athlete's foot.
Right.
From the laundry they were doing in town. You know? So
So
Haji was trying to plague us with, you know, ass itch. And the doctor tried to spin it like herpes so I wouldn't
Yeah, what
have
the
sex with all the girls on the base.
What does this fucking doctor think what does he got going on in his life to where he immediately just thinks herpes?
He probably got it himself, and he's just disappointed that
This
he made
fucking
bad
guy.
life choices.
This guy, dude.
This guy.
Fuck
He
this
doesn't want
doctor.
to be the only one.
Yeah, right? That was the closest thing I ever got to that.
Wait, so when you were in Qatar though, were there like full like burqa wearing Muslim chicks that would
Oh, yeah, we'd go downtown and go to the mall, and the mall was just amazing. However, you'd go into the bathroom, and there's like these little... If you had to go to the bathroom, you didn't want to go to the bathroom in town because you go into like these malls are beautiful. These are like the Tesla of like high rises, just amazing buildings, and every store was like high end stuff, and all the
Oil
women
money.
are in burqas, and you didn't know how many men were around them that they were attached to them or this and that.
Right.
But you'd go into these bathrooms, and they're just like holes in the ground. It smells like a sewage tank. It's just disgusting. But you look at those girls in burqas, they have beautiful eyes, their eyelashes are done.
That culture's so weird to me, dude. Man, we talked about this last episode, the whole like
Yeah, we did.
the whole Muslim like I get the whole religious tolerance thing, but like if your religion consists of like making women wear a burqa, and then if they decide that they want to like give a hand job to some other dude, you can't just take them out in the street and flog them. That's not cool. But that's okay over there. That's what they do.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing. Anyway,
It's not cool, Pooley.
It's not cool.
I agree.
But then everyone over here on Twitter tries to be like, oh, we should be tolerant of other people's religions. Nah, not Islam.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, look it up. Read the book. I read the book. I read the Quran. Look at
yeah, they'll say that, and then like 5 tweets ago, it was equality of men and women.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's not very equal.
It's so confusing. It's always one way or another.
You can see this
Fucking
dude's fucking
stupid.
lips.
It just spirals.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Spirals out of control. But
Yeah,
you
it
know.
does.
if you end up in Bahrain or Djibouti, it doesn't matter. It's just a good time.
Where?
Djibouti.
Djibouti.
No, I didn't mean Djibouti. Dubai. Djibouti's Africa.
Dubai. I bet Dubai's lit.
Yeah.
Dubai is lit.
Well, what's also weird about like Qatar, Dubai, Allah, what's it?
Kuwait.
Kuwait.
Ali Al Salim, which is
Well,
an Air
'cause
Force base there.
Like like if you're a Muslim, like Islam tradition, you do not drink alcohol. Like you don't do that shit. Like that's a huge sin. But for some reason, there's like certain zones in those cities and those countries where you can just drink alcohol because of all the money coming in from tourism.
Yeah, they realized
Yeah, so I guess
that money made this place pretty cool.
Yeah, it shows how serious they
I know
take.
in Bahrain, we had some locals that like really like showed us around and bought us, a lot of drinks, and we had a really good time. There's some really cool dudes over there that
Yeah,
really enjoyed American culture.
I'm sure there's dudes. I'm sure there are Muslims that are like the reason Christianity is still so prevalent in the United States today is because most Christians are tolerable, or they're tolerable enough, and they've made up their minds that like maybe the Old Testament says some of this stuff about homosexuality, maybe it says some of this stuff about other issues, but I'm gonna change my stance on it and only accept what I kind of agree with. That's why Christianity has made it so far. With Islam, I feel like the majority of I might be wrong, but I feel like Islam it's a lot worse at identifying the flaws within its own religion. You know what I mean? And so I think that's the big problem with it. Like Islam could be like a big religion and could be fine, and like it wouldn't have anything wrong with it if you would be like, okay, yeah, maybe we shouldn't beat women in the streets with a belt.
Its ego is too big.
Yeah, it's like, dude, come on, like just like there are good Muslims and there's people who like identify the flaws within their own religions, but then the people who don't do that, it's called fundamentalism. That's where you run into the issues.
Which there are Christians that are like
There
that
are
too.
Christian fundamentalists, yeah, but they're not. Most of them aren't out.
Oh, I'm gonna call that flag number 4 for you, bud.
All right.
We're
Well,
on like 10.
yeah. Tell me what I said that was inaccurate.
I would like to become really good friends with some of them so they can like put some of that oil money in my bank account,
Exactly.
and I can buy that like 38-foot with quads on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So do you hunt? You guys hunt?
I grew up hunting, yeah, a little bit, and then I'm taking him to kill his first deer.
I have a stack of beer bottles over here. Where are you guys putting all
right here.
Back yonder, we got a little hidden spot. You're good, dude.
Little hidden zone.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, so I've never hunted once ever in my life.
Me neither.
I do really want to, and his brother just bought property a little bit north, so I have a potential there. Our next door neighbor, who I became best friends with this year, has property as well, and now it's sounding like I potentially have another opportunity. So I think it might happen this year.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
It'll happen.
Dude, hunting's a good time.
What's your offer?
Hunting? I mean, I have a.
Your perks.
I would like to take my A.R. out on a deer.
Hell yeah.
And my 7mm mag, but that thing might blow deer around here in half.
Yeah, 7 mils. That's a big cow.
How do you feel about like? Are you into saving the deer head or skull, or are you into like shooting him in the face? Because I kind of want to shoot one in the face.
Wait,
I feel like it's more instant for them than a lung punch.
yeah.
Well, if you shoot
And
him in
it's
the
just
face,
like if you headshot one, it's kind of cool.
well, that is kind of cool. However,
They have small brains. That's the thing.
and the third part of that, if you shoot him in the head, you save all the rest of the meat.
Right.
But you have a very small target,
Right. So
Yeah,
more
so-
difficult.
and
It's-
your margin of error is way higher.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
I gotcha.
counterintuitive, but like their brain is so small. But if you shoot them like in the chest shoulder area here, they have like their heart and their lungs.
Yeah, there's so much to
So
run through.
even if you just hit one of their lungs, like they're gonna run, but they're gonna go
yeah,
down.
yeah.
But the head thing, like you could just deform them, and
And then they're running around, their jaw's like hanging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it
So
depends
the-
how accurate your shot is.
The only potential real benefit, because there's so much downside, is that you would have untouched meat
Yes.
in the body.
And I would only do it with something without horns, because if it had horns, you might want to save the horns.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to save the horns.
Good to know.
Or you might do a neck shot,
Mm-hmm.
which is also a viable way to do it. But again, you may just nick them,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, and then they're like, "Meh, meh."
With the AR though.
You have a few tries.
Or if you can run a bolt action fast. I mean, it's just a.
Yeah.
I mean, how fast can you run that bolt action?
You gotta aim again.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I'm fucking excited as fuck.
Mm.
yeah,
I never shot a gun until yesterday.
Damn.
I know. I'm finally American.
What did you shoot?
I went up to the Scoggins. They got some property, and they're gonna take me hunting this year because I've never been hunting either.
Yes.
And they're
dude.
like, dude, Noah found out the other day, and he was like, dude, I'm taking you hunting.
Did you shoot a
And-
shotgun?
Shot a shotgun,
yeah.
almost
heck yeah.
dislocated my fucking shoulder. And then I can't remember, they had a smaller little guy that we shot too. But yeah, it was fun. Super fun.
So fun.
We shot at some
Nice.
bottles and shit.
You know, if you got the right caliber and it's accurate, you can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it just depends.
I have shotguns quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
Just not at animals.
Just depends on your confidence level.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
I know my way around a gun pretty well. I'm very confident that, like, I'm not going to fuck it up if I have, like, the perfect shot.
Yeah.
It might not be the perfect shot, but I'm not going to miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get buck fever.
Yeah.
You
When
see
it
a
walks
buck,
out, you'll.
your heart rate is going to be like in your head. The gun's
Yeah.
going to be like this. It's like, ah. And you're going to shoot and you're going to want to look, and then the gun's going to go down. You know, you just got to have all these things at rest. You know, follow through your shot. All these things. You just got to keep reminding
I'll just
yourself.
do what I did when you walked in my house today.
Yeah. Boom.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then
I'll be good.
I think when you're
I
shooting,
kept it together.
when you're hunting, I don't know if this is for like shooting guns in general. I know when you're trying to kill something, you're supposed to like, you keep your sights on where you want to hit, and then it's not this kind of motion. You squeeze the trigger, and when it actually fires, it's supposed to surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to still be able to, you want to, like, in your mind think, I'm going to still see that target after I shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of guys, they'll shoot, and they'll drop the gun to look. And the bullet just zings off to the side, and,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Trust me, I learned from mistakes.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I love it.
I've
dude.
killed a lot of deer. I grew up in Ohio, so I've killed a lot of deer in my day, you know. And a few nice bucks, a lot of does, and this and that and the other. And I kind of got out of it the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
My my parents own a decent amount of property up in Ohio, a lot of deer and stuff like this, but now they're just fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
It's really fun.
Yeah, no.
I really hate how hunting has become such a generational thing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like everyone should at least go hunting once.
Yeah, and that's something I'll say is like I've grown up in the South literally my whole life, at least the majority of it, and not once have I gone hunting. But that's also my upbringing. My parents, my dad's from the North, my mom's from like North Carolina, so it's not like they weren't exposed to that, and so it's like one of those things I just never was really.
It might have been something that just kind of grew out of over time, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've been exposed to it so much.
It's like if I had children, you know, like I kind of grew out of it 10 years ago, so I don't know that I would influence my children to do as much as it was influenced on me.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I did it growing up, you know, and but we are this close to Alabama. We might want to learn how to kill shit.
Oh yeah.
Them Alabama boys are like, oh, you Florida boys don't know how to kill shit. Yeah. Well, by the way, we do. You know, like let me show you a few things.
We got Black Panthers.
Yeah,
we got them all.
My truck doesn't have to squat the wrong way to shoot a deer. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
I ain't got to blow no black smoke just to shoot a deer.
Hell yeah.
So, what's your opinions on the Southern trucks when they, you know, reverse squat?
Stupidest thing.
There isn't an opinion. It's factual information. It ruins your truck.
It does. It does ruin your truck.
It's so funny too, because like, it's like really popular with little yee high school kids that I go to school with. Like
even in Florida?
Oh yeah. I mean, well here
they're
it's just so
here.
far.
Oh yeah,
so
we're
close.
basically Alabama.
And like, dude, they'll all pull up in the same their little row. And it's just they're all leaned at fucking 45-degree angles.
Just not functional, man.
No.
Well,
It's
it's
not
funny.
functional. It ruins your truck.
We gotta find a way
It
to.
really
like,
doesn't look good. Makes your tires appear smaller, which don't you want your tires to be big? Those dudes usually do.
We gotta find a way to label this truck somehow, like with a stamp.
Start throwing grenades at them on the highway.
Like stamp them somehow, like you know how they have like the ball sack hanging from the hitch, you know,
dude.
Maybe like get a sticker of a little dick and stick it on there or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. So here's what's happened with that is like the whole culture that they're trying to go for is supposed to be like, oh, you shouldn't do things for fashion. It should all be for function. So like all the preppy kids wearing all the nice clothes and driving the BMWs. Like that car can't go off-roading. But now they've come full circle with it. It's like
Neither can yours.
Neither can yours. Like you could have a nice truck that could actually do shit, but you've ruined it with your status symbol.
I can guarantee you Beamer would do better off-road.
Yeah, it's gone full circle. It's
But
like
now-
you've become what you hate.
But now, if you're a clean-cut dude that should be driving a Beamer and you're driving a nice lifted diesel, you're probably gonna pull the most ass.
Yeah.
Yep. Best of both worlds.
Yup.
Yeah, that's right.
Because your reverse truck, it ain't showing your popular side.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing your fried chicken Bama side.
And you're
You know,
fucking-
speaking of Alabama, I met Nick Saban growing up. I shook the man's hand.
You met Nick Saban.
Yeah, in high school football. I went up there for his football camp in Michigan.
You shook Nick Saban's
I
hand.
did. I went. I mean, I didn't become this great football player, obviously, or I'd be not
but-
here lifeguarding. But
If you were in Alabama,
Thank you for not saying, or I wouldn't be on this podcast.
Yeah.
no, this is great. I'd have been on this podcast. Hopefully, you know.
What you're
regardless.
saying is you met, to people that live in Alabama, you're saying that you met Jesus Christ, the Lord and
I
Savior
met Nick
himself.
Saban. I shook the man's hand.
Oh, my
Roll for the
God.
tide.
No, I did. This is when he was a Spartan, though.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. That
Still-
guy, dude.
Yeah.
It was still Nick Saban. You know, he gave us our little certificate of completion and whatever.
Jeez. Do you still have it? Does it have his signature on it?
I have to look for it, but I'm pretty sure I do.
Dude.
You could sell that for
Thousands and thousands
Down
of
here.
dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. dude.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, he is God in Tuscaloosa.
oh, I agree. Yeah.
yeah.
He's got like the recruiting methodology.
There's chicks in T-Town that'll wear shirts that literally will say like Daddy Saban.
Mm-hmm.
Saban's a little angel.
Yep.
Daddy Saban.
Yeah, dude. I mean, anything he wants in Tuscaloosa, he gets it. Well,
man's
that guy,
contract is
you know why,
big.
speaking about his recruiting, you know what he would do when he recruited high school, like, prospects?
Huh.
He would...
Oh yeah, we talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah, he would fly a fucking helicopter to their high school and he would land the helicopter on their high school football field, and he would walk to them and say, "Hey, I want you to play for Alabama."
Seriously?
Yeah, that's how we did it.
Dang, that's pretty bold.
Well, yeah, I mean, think about your 10th, 11th grade.
Yeah.
You're just practicing
And
another
Nick
day,
Saban shows up in a
and
helicopter.
then a helicopter just,
Yeah.
and then he comes straight to you and says, "Hey."
Tough choice.
Yeah,
Part of
like
me would be like, that's freaking awesome, but then I'm thinking like the ice cream truck guy, like, is he gonna ask me to come out to a Suburban after this or his white van?
yeah, true. Yeah.
Well, it's an Escalade, and yes.
and it's in Alabama, so anything
It's
goes.
an Escalade with a bar in the back. Okay, I'm in. Like
It's fine.
whatever.
Heck yeah, cool.
Yeah, you happy with it? You got anything?
You
got anything else
Any
you want to
pressing
bring to
issues
the
you want to
table?
bring up?
No, guys, it's been an honor to be on your podcast, and
Thanks, man. Thanks
I
for
look,
coming.
It's
I
been
look
an honor
forward to
having you,
seeing
dude.
the footage, and I look forward to seeing how we do, and
Yeah, dude, it'll be good.
maybe down the road if we want to talk more about things, you give me a holler.
Heck
we will,
yeah,
for
dude.
sure.
We'll have you back on.
All right, sounds
Sure.
good, guys.
Absolutely.
Mason, anything you want to bring up? Cool. Well, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. David Waters here. We
Thank
are Twice
God.
a Week.
Let's have a chat.